Y- no, that's a valid question. What the fuck is Yamager?
It's Yama Jr. from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I mean, is it?
Well, that's how I typed it, but when I pushed enter, it changed it to that. So I don't really know what happened. It auto corrected my name.
As it should, as it should. With that, welcome to episode 2. Why the fuck did I just find that? I gotta stop becoming interested in other stuff. Welcome to 211 of the Crack Brain podcast, because I still have not updated from that one other lost episode. I swear to God, I will get that done.
Gasp.
Yeah, Legasp. We'll see.
Which one was the lost episode again?
208. It was like, I think it was the last one that we had Ray on. I'm pretty certain it is.
So that's a bad sign for this one?
Shut up, Mason. With that, I am your host, Stephan. Joining me today, I just told him to shut up because he is talking about the goddamn future and possible issues of this episode. He's Mason.
Hello, friends. I come from the future.
No comment. And then joining us as well, he is wearing the best kitty cat headphones that I've seen in a long time. He is Tyler.
Yeah, that's me. They light up too.
See? God damn it. God damn it.
So like Tyler's from the past future.
The past future.
Isn't the past future either the present or the future?
It matters which sci-fi for thing you're from.
Go fuck yourself, Mason. All right, god damn it.
If you're from a galaxy in the future, but from a long time ago in a place far, far away.
See, time travel is a fucked up thing. It's like, if you're your past self, but you stole a time machine and then you went to the future and then you came back, it's the past future.
Okay, this is I don't know if this is like the thought of like if this is stoner thought. I'm not high at all. Slightly buzzed. When Star Wars is saying like a long time ago in a galaxy far away, is that just like some dude is sitting over there with like a telescope and he's watching another galaxy instead of things, and it's just the light that has finally gotten to us? Like, is that what they were like saying right there? It's like, yeah, this all happened a long time ago. It's just taken light like this long to travel up to us. So yeah, like
all the spoilers you care about, they're already dead. All of them are dead. The light years it took to get here, no one matters. The Force died a long time ago.
when they're just sitting there like waiting for the next episode to come out, it's like, it's the fucking past, dude. Why? Like, get over it. This does not affect you at all.
But Anakin killed all those kids. No. He's been dead for hundreds of years now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he got what's coming to him.
I mean, did he though?
Star obliteration. That's a good point. Did Darth Vader really like die justfully?
I mean, he did kind of, have his arms and legs chopped off and then burned in a pit of lava, so kind of got what was coming to him.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, he's like, when you really think about it, it's one of those where it's not that he was justified in any of his actions. Like, him getting rid of like all the Jedi is him just like, well, fuck it, like I'm doing this. Like, he got talked into some bullshit like really easy. I'm not gonna lie, like, straight up, if Emperor Palpatine was just a little bit more sly but gay, I'm pretty sure he could talk Anakin into whatever he wanted. I mean, his argument wasn't super strong, and Anakin still went with like, "Fuck it, why not? Let's do this."
All I want to know is that if someone can choose how they're to be executed, can they choose the thing from Family Guy where uh Luke like accidentally snaps the neck of his dad on the airship? Like everyone's in Star Wars costumes and walking up the ship ramp. That's all I need to know.
I mean, I'm like this. This might be a little morose, but Mason, I'm gonna tell you right now, like snapping the neck doesn't always go according to plan.
Oh,
So, like my thing is anything that's an instant kill. You know, like right here, shoving like a spike rod right up over there, like that's an instant kill, and yeah, no pain, no nothing, just dead. So don't ask me how I know this. All right.
drop on a nail.
Yeah. So yeah, like again, I mean, if I had to pick the way that I would go, it would be something like that, like just straight up. So yeah. But it's look, we're not here to we are here to go and talk maybe like other kinds of Star Wars stuff, but not death. Um,
Yeah, I turned that into a weird. That's not at all where I wanted to go with that. So I'm
I mean,
sorry. I
I mean,
just yeah.
Mason, I'm never sad at where you steer a conversation. I really not. Like again, after knowing you for as long as I have, every conversation with you is an absolute delight. All right.
Yay.
Well, speaking of which, I mean, I know it's been a while since we've done an episode, but it's also been a while since all of us have talked to each other. Like, how are y'all? Like, Tyler, you got back from an Idaho vacation a bit ago, so how was that, man?
Did you eat a lot of potatoes?
You know, I didn't actually, surprisingly enough, because we were supposed to be camping, but like really we rented a cabin and it was really luxurious camping, I guess you could say.
Oh, you did
so
glamping.
yeah. So there wasn't really like a need for packing, just a shit ton of potatoes.
See, okay, now question: is that really camping, or is that just spending time in the mountains?
I mean, I personally like camping and like a tent and stuff, but
It's,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's
yeah,
almost like a
It was
mountain resort.
it was just spending time in the mountains.
yeah, and trust me, I get that because I actually don't mind camping too. Like, I think I've said it before. I like camping, but I only like camping with people that also like camping. If someone is on the fence, and as soon as they go like I'm bored, I go like, well, you got to make your own fun, man. It's like you're not gonna have a bunch of stuff to just like it's gonna show up and be an awesome time. No, you got to make your own fun, which is why I'm glad I go with like Delta people now. The amount of times that they just bring out guns, bows, and knives, I'm just like, we're throwing and learning to almost kill stuff. All right, it's freaking fantastic. It's great. All right.
That sounds amazing.
Then there was that one time when Jim Bob came back riding a bear into the campsite. Oh boy, that was a fun time.
You freaking joke, man. There's a few people that are out over here that straight up like, okay, we're going to get out over here and we're going to learn to go and build fire with sticks and moss. And I'm like, why? I don't need to. And they're like survival skills. I'm like, I came up over here to just get away from work. I didn't I didn't come up over here to learn to survive. I am fine with a match.
Well, Stefan, when you're freezing to death, your mind won't be on work.
How many times have I ever been in a situation where I'm going to freeze to death?
None if you learn how to make it out of moss.
Look, okay, the amount of time, this is That, I realized I was about to go and set myself up for a conversation I really didn't want to have. Okay, I'll put it this way: if you, I've got nothing against someone like learning skills to prepare for the future and stuff like that, but there comes a point where you're now building skills because you're hoping to use them. It's like, oh god, I wish stuff breaks down so that way I can do this. And to that, I always sit there and go, why? I enjoy running water. I enjoy great sanitization and things like that. Doggone going to the store for food, freaking amazing. Having an oven is amazing. It's great. I don't want to go back to country times. So,
I like toilets.
look, I like peeing into a bush as much as the next dude, but I don't really fantasize about having an outhouse. I really don't. So, yeah.
Matters how good the outhouse is.
No, it doesn't.
Mason, no, it fucking does not. Okay?
I had a great outhouse growing up.
Nobody in the history of ever has stepped into an outhouse and been like, yeah, I want to shit here for the rest of my life.
You never been to my outhouse.
No,
It's a nice outhouse.
That doesn't make sense, Mason. Like, okay, unless you're at. Okay, now wait. Like, what does your outhouse look like? Like, is it? Does it have its own AC? Because if it does, that's not an outhouse. All right,
it does not have its own
that's
AC.
It's a shit throne. All right,
has its own outhouse. It has on the toilet. It's got like a conveyor belt roll of like toilet paper, so you don't even have to wipe. You just sit there and like you hit a button and it just wipes for you.
I mean, I know you're saying this like as we're joking, but like I kind of want this now. like straight up, I'll put my butt over on some sort of attachment for it to like clean it the right. Like, oh, okay, wait. I realize.
What have I started?
I realize what people would obviously do with this, but
What?
if?
No.
What if there was an attachment? All right, it came over to just an adequate height. You put your butt on top of it, and it was like a rolling wet wipe. All right, look. I know how many people are gonna go and just probe themselves. I get this. All right,
Wait,
straight up.
Wait. Well, I got lost somewhere with there. Why are people probing themselves with a wet wipe wheel?
Mason, because
do you want to tell him?
Mason, I'm gonna tell you right now. For any human, well, for most humans, if you can stick it up your butt, you will stick it up your butt.
That's.
I said most.
Okay. I don't know if this is related or not, but I have to ask. I don't understand a bidet because, like, it uses water to clean, but I thought the whole point was that toilets were using too much water. Like, are we really are we doing something better by using less toilet paper?
Okay,
by using more water?
More of that water debate is based off of the actual flush and the gallons used per flush. Okay, where like if you have to pee, you don't need the entire water basin in the toilet emptied out. You only need a little bit.
Which is 3 gallons, right?
Yeah, it's like, but if you're dropping a deuce, yeah, most of the time you actually do, and even at that, it's something where just you want to have something left over in the reservoir more than you want it to just fill up. All right. As for a bidet, okay, a bidet is mainly there to go and clean because it's more sanitary than just using a wipe. All right, there's no added waste when it comes to a bidet, and technically cleans you a lot better because it can actually you're not afraid. Well,
because you're using more water though.
you're right, but at the same time, it's if you use it the right way, you're not using that much. Okay, so it is. I mean, technically, by all facets, you're using more water than you would just because you're using water to projectile jet your butt. All right, but it's when
Well,
you
there's
go
the name
for
of the
like
episode.
no, 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 no. All right, we're not doing like anal jets as this doggone episode title. Okay, but no, it's one of those where just it is way more sanitary and it's actually more ecological. So yeah.
It's okay. But what if you got one of those like attachments to where it's like a normal toilet and then it's a bidet attachment, and then like don't you gotta dry yourself with the toilet paper?
Just ask Brandon. He's got one.
Yeah, I mean, like I just the last couple of days I've used, like you just sort of like wiggle a bit and you're
That's
good.
that's not the way the one at my house works. You gotta dry it.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Again, which is why I think we should have the doggone attachment right there to spin dry your booty hole. All right, like
and and then afterward, gives you a little spritz of talcum powder.
dude, like okay, straight up, like imagine if it did that and then did like a butt perfume at the same, like it was scented. So all of a sudden, like like that next fart that you do isn't really gonna be that horrible. It's gonna be like, ooh, okay, kind of okay. Now it's got a bit of tang. All right, like the first whiff you get is nice.
And then it has a voice that says, "Have a nice day."
Look, I'll strand. I would love to be activating butt wipe.
Spin drying. Spun dry. There's the name.
Now applying rectal perfume. Enjoy your day. Yeah. Okay, like straight up, if we could go and do that, and like that sound that you just made, Mason, like wasn't the actual natural sound of it, but an actual recorded sound of it that every single time when I was just like, I would record hours of this. I will give you so many takes.
All right, that's it. We're gonna contact our friends at Rooster Teeth. Get this on the ground. Start a whole company.
Like legit, I kind of think
it anal perfume.
It's like I think this entire idea is messed up, but at the same time, when I really think about, shoot, I'd do it.
Look. No matter how crazy an idea is, there's probably a market for it.
Yeah. Is it bad that right now I'm actually thinking about how I would make this thing? Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's unsanitary. It's not like you use it once, you gotta wash it. There is no reuse for this thing. You don't sit there and go like, I didn't change it from yesterday. No, but no.
I think it'll be okay.
No, you got it. Like these are like you use one, you put it over, you put it in like a little bleach tray. All right, you sit there and do that, and like there's a whole cleaning procedure that needs to go with this. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is actually a pretty damn good idea.
Can the toilet make fart sounds to cover up your own fart sounds?
Why would you do that? Like Mason, what are you trying to hide? Like, what are you hiding at that point?
Look,
I'm concerned. I am legitimately concerned about what kind of fart noises you make if you need to cover it up with other fart noises.
And like,
I work in retail next to a public bathroom.
I get that.
I've heard some noises.
But like, is the acoustic quality of a toilet bowl really something that we need to worry about? Like, again, sometimes you like hear, like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you hear a sploosh, and it's like, and it's fun, all right, but it's only fun because we're idiots, and it's like a quarter second of like a giggle. You don't sit there actually thinking like, what's the optimal acoustical range for this bowl? All right. And how can I put a speaker? If you're looking at speakers for your own shit throne, something is wrong. All right. You're either spending way too much time there or you're putting way too much thought there. All right. I do not want to see it. I do not want to see a toilet that has a speaker. I know they exist.
It doesn't have to be in the bowl.
It doesn't need it.
Look,
I don't care.
There is only one sound that your toilet should make if it has a speaker, and that is Ride of the Valkyrie.
Well, now we gotta do this. Now we gotta figure out the acoustics of a toilet bowl.
I mean, look, like you might be right of the Valkyrie. I'm thinking Flight of the Bumblebee for me. All right, because
I haven't heard that one.
I've had.
I'm sure you have, Mason. You probably doesn't. You might not have heard the name of it before, but I'm sure you've heard the song.
Yeah, I guarantee you have, Mason. Like, it's one of those songs that is oddly tense. So, you sit there every time, like. Like, it's an experience, and if that was over on my toilet, if someone sit there like would go have that go on, come back to me, why? Like, what poo is that dramatic? And I'm just like, you don't know me. You don't know me, man.
If we went to like a con or something and we all shared like a hotel room, you could totally like set up pranks where like the toilet locks on certain songs and you could just keep it stuck on Sweet Caroline.
Fuck you.
It drives Stephan crazy. It would be great.
I swear to God, if like every flush happened over on the bop bop, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
But not only that, but it would be me recording ba ba ba.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate that goddamn song. Like, okay,
and then Stephan just starts screaming from the bathroom.
It's just the toilet connected to Wi-Fi, so whenever anyone goes in there, anyone can hop on their phone and be like, "All right, I'm gonna play this song for them."
It's a terrible idea.
This episode brought to you by Shit Tunes. God damn it. God damn it. No, okay. Speaking of Sweet Caroline, so I just got back last weekend from Washington DC. I went out over there for BlurredCon. Now, I have to put a big asterisk on there is I went out there for BlurredCon. If you would go by like what I actually did, I spent one day at BlurredCon. We'll get into that later. All right. However, one of the nights I was there, went out over to the bar, out over to a local bar, and was just like, okay, I had nothing better to do. So, here's another thing. I didn't realize how expensive, like, non-Utah bars are. Like, my go-to drink is a Jack and Coke. All right. It's really hard to screw up a Jack and Coke, but when you can do it right, oh my God, is it amazing. All right. So I go over to this sports bar and I'm just going like, okay, hey, can I just get a Jack and Coke? Dude comes over, brings me a Jack and Coke. First of all, brought me a double. I forgot how much I missed doubles. All right. But brought me a double and I'm like, cool. I had 2 Jack and Cokes. My ending bill, and that's all I had. My ending bill was $42. And I looked at the man. I was like, really? Really? $42 for This okay. All right.
For $42, I could have made my own Jack and Coke.
That's precisely what I did the rest of the nights that I was there. All right. Went, found a little wine plus, got myself some pretty decent Pendleton, and just some some like a liter of Coke, and that's what I did the next couple of nights. However, that's not what this story is supposed to be about. While I was there at the bar, they had like jukebox songs kind of going on. And of course, I'm getting partway through the night. There's a baseball game going on. Sweet Caroline starts playing over at the baseball game. And then the jukebox, through some weird symbiotic relationship, decided to play it almost in tandem. Like one started, then the other one started. I swear to God, it was stereo in the worst of ways. Okay. I'm sitting there already hearing it, and get like my irritation was starting to rise at a frightening level. And what made it really, really bad is I could see it's like you saw every other person in the bar, like, they're getting ready for it. I'm just like, are you kidding me? This is like everyone was doing their own thing in the bar. And then all of a sudden a song comes on, and it was like a collective reckoning was going on. Everyone is sitting there kind of like getting ready for it. All of a sudden, the doggone bop 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 part's coming on, and you can see people just like getting ready for it, getting their arms up in the air, and just getting ready to lose their mind. Just at that same point, I looked across the bar, saw another black dude. He looked up at me. We shared a symbiotic acknowledgement that we both hate this goddamn song. And when everyone did the ba ba ba, him and I looked at each other and shook our heads to the rhythm of like, not like, no, it was like, all right. And I swear to God, like terabytes of confirmations went back and forth. So I have a new theory. I think most black people hate this goddamn song on a biological level.
It's a genetic trait.
I really do think so. Like, until that time, I knew it wasn't just me. I knew there were some other ones, but when I'm sharing a moment states away from someone else I do not know, but we both have the same thought, I start thinking like, maybe there's something to this. All right. like with cats, and and seeing a cucumber and losing their minds because they think it's a snake, or like this, like sounds that make them want to go and throw up, like the comb thing. I think doggone Sweet Caroline is black people's cat comb. All right. Yeah.
I don't know how to respond to that.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to respond to it. All right.
I like that song.
It's
And I do the bop 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 every time.
I know you do. All right. Everyone does. All right. And trust me, it's not just this team trying to piss me off that does it. Just so many people do. So many goddamn people do. It's not in the goddamn song. It's not in the song. You guys said that you put, I'm not saying it.
Is that people saying bop 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 from a movie, maybe?
No,
is that why everyone does it?
It's from the commercial.
Oh. I don't remember the commercial, but I remember you saying that.
I had never heard the song until I saw the commercial, to be honest.
I hate the fact that just I think that it's like, I honestly think that it started with like White Sox fans losing their minds over at baseball games, and they just started singing the song and just lost their minds. All right. So that's honestly what I think it's from, but maybe I could be wrong. Either way, I hate it. I hate it. I can't fucking do it.
So how is the con though?
Okay, the con. Now,
he picks up his drink right before he takes a drink. Hold on, the con.
all right. So BlurredCon was actually really, really cool. And if anyone's listening that attended my voice acting panel over at BlurredCon, how'd you find this podcast? I'll just put it to you that way. 'Cause I didn't talk about it once. But the con itself, it was actually really, really fun. So it was held over at Ronald Reagan like airport. Like there's like a small hotel that's right there, right by the airport, and you go inside there, and honestly, there's a lot of things about that con that I actually really liked. One of the first things is that to go and get your admittance into the con, you had to first show updated vaccination. Like you actually had to go and show over at the registration, like, hey, I've been vaccinated, and got my booster and everything. So you had to go and do that, and then masks were mandatory, and they actually had mask like spots where it was like mask checkpoints where you'd go over to a place and people were just like, hey, where's your mask, where's your mask, but the cool part, let me go and grab it. I will be right back.
Oh shit, it's going to grab something.
Ba ba ba. I guess I'll get a drink.
No, Mason. Don't you start.
Ba, ba,
We'll
ba.
have none of that. You should be ashamed.
Should be ashamed of a lot of things.
Never mind, I can't find it.
Aw, and I was so looking forward to it.
Well, basically, your pass to the con was a mask. So it like they actually had a BlurredCon mask for everyone, just to kind of like make sure it was there. But that was your badge for the weekend, and like it says full weekend or one day and stuff like that. But like wearing your mask was your badge to the con. I seriously,
okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that's one
a
of the
good idea.
thing. Yeah, it was like, okay, when you really think about it, like, okay, I love collecting the lanyards and stuff as much as the next person, but like right now, knowing that so many places are dealing with another variation, of COVID and everything like that, and cases are back over on the rise. I thought that was seriously one of the coolest things of just going like, oh, you're making sure everyone has their mask. Like, first of all, everyone that's going has to be vaccinated, and the second part is that you have to wear your mask, and quite literally, there's no excuse that people aren't wearing their masks. It's like, no, this is your badge. I seriously thought that was awesome. And going into this next year, I realized that a lot of cons straight up won't do it. They'll basically do the, oh, well, it's recommended that you wear masks, and just kind of go from there. But like personally, I didn't mind it. Like it was really, really cool. And like most people were completely fine wearing their mask. Like there was a couple people that, that didn't want to wear it and stuff like that, but they didn't like act out. But I freaking loved it. So I as a person that loves going to cons, I would love to see a mask regulation for honestly for a while. And I like, again, as like con crud, we've known about con crud for years. I still feel great. I got checked as soon as I got back, so I still haven't tested positive. But even at that, it's something where I didn't have like 2 days of feeling like crud or having like flu-like symptoms. All right, I really think that wearing a mask over at cons is probably a pretty good idea. So I'm still going to be doing it.
But like the mask for your specific con is also a great idea because it's like a form of free advertising, because everyone's there, everyone's taking pictures, your mask is in all those pictures,
Yup.
you know, they upload them and everyone's gonna see that mask of BlurredCon or
Yeah.
whatever, you know? So like I love this idea already.
Yeah.
How do you spell blurred?
Just the way it sounds.
With a B.
Yeah.
BLURRED?
No, BLERD. Like blurred, like a nerd, but blurred, like black nerd. That's what it means.
Oh, that I
BL
was gonna ask what it was.
Yeah.
B
Which
BLARD? What was it again?
BLERD.
BLERD. Blurred. Okay.
yeah, blurred.
See, I was thinking blurred, like, you know, it's
Like blurry.
you know, blurry, you know, like
Blurry
you know,
camera.
porno.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's not what I
was
thought you
like,
meant at
well,
all.
you know, I didn't realize Stephan was gonna go to that kind of convention, but you know, to each their own.
y'all know me, free gay.
I
Yeah. No, like I said,
I'm gonna
it was
clock out.
it was a really cool con. If I really had to think about it, imagine anime bonsai, but on 3 different levels. So like not one floor, but like 3, more like 4 different floors. Kind of a little bit bigger, but that's about it. I mean, honestly, again, I was only really there for 1 day. But I did the entire con in about half a day. Everything else was just like panels and stuff like that. And it's not like okay, don't get me wrong. There were a ton of black people there. Like 90% of the people that attended were black. But at the same time, I mean, it was still like it was just a regular con, you know. So for me, it was actually kind of encouraging, but at the same time, like I'm not gonna lie, I did feel like a fish out of water because I'm sitting there walking around like I'm from Utah. you guys are something else. You know? But like again, it was a really, really cool con. I had a good time. The panel that I did was the same voice acting panel that I did over in Level Up, and I now realized that panel, the last couple of times I've tried getting ready for it, I kind of have an outline, but as soon as I open it up to everyone, just go like, all right guys, if you have questions, just go ahead and ask them. I do not need an outline. So many people have so many questions that it's just like, all right, an hour. Like it was an hour and a half, and I didn't even get through half the things that I had planned because it was just the questions that they had, you know. And then it was great. I did have someone that actually recognized my voice from some stuff. It's like, oh my god, that's you, and I'm like, oh my god, you know who I am. That's weird.
And now you're listening to this podcast.
Again, if you're listening to this podcast, fucking how? All right, like again, the only way that you would be able to hear this one is if you're following my Twitter, and then if I actually make a post about this one, then maybe. But I didn't talk about this podcast, so stop.
See, I was right about to make a joke where like you freak out about how people can find it and then immediately post on Twitter. Just recorded 211.
Yeah.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
Jealous of Tyler's headphones.
I really am. I really fucking am. All right. Tyler's headphones are a goddamn amazing thing right there. I love them so much.
I love them.
but yeah.
Can I get some ones that look like Inuyasha's ears?
I mean,
you could
they would be white.
Custom order it, but I don't.
He has dog ears, Stephan, obviously.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But no, what I will say is this has really kind of motivated me for this next year. As far as cons, like I've already, I did get the panel email for FanX. So odds are I will be doing panels. No idea which ones though. I just submitted my name for some, and we'll see what goes on. This FanX actually is going to have a lot of voice actors. I'm not saying that they're going to use me, but I will say this much. For one of the few voice actors that is in this state that is known, that goes to this con. Maybe have someone that knows what to ask a voice actor to do the panel. I'm just saying, maybe some of us that have actually maybe not just watched Dragon Ball Z when we were teenagers, but have watched Dragon Ball Kai and have watched all the new things like Dragon Ball Super and are losing their minds over the Dragon Ball Super movie that just came out. Yeah, maybe use us to go and do those particular panels. Maybe an idea. This is
No, it's a bad idea.
you guys know FanX.
Yeah,
Let's get a
we've been dealing with FanX and their stupid shit for years now. I think it's pretty safe to say that whenever any logical decision comes up that you would think is common sense for a convention to do, FanX is gonna throw that out the window.
Absolutely.
and then give what's left to Stephan to fix.
Some of us, yeah. I will again, it's not that the FanX structure has changed, because again, they have found out what makes them money, and what makes them money doesn't really, I don't care. I really don't care anymore. So it's one of those where I've stated the things that I think would actually make the con better, in my opinion, without a giant price tag. But I mean, I'm done screaming and yelling about it. I know that I'm gonna go there just because I always do, and I go as a panelist. Yeah, that's it. And now it's basically the excuse that I get to go and see you guys. So I will be getting it's like I will be getting my hotel and everything like that, and just having my good weekend.
Bring lots of Jacks and Cokes.
Jacks and Cokes. That will happen.
What is it? Jack Coke? Coke Jack?
Jack and Coke. Wow,
Jack
Mason.
and Coke. It's literally called Jack and Coke. It's
Okay.
Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
It's very aptly named. It doesn't have like some French name here, Mason.
Yeah.
Is that whiskey? Jack Daniels?
So
it's Jameson whiskey, Jack and James, something.
I mean, different kinds of whiskey, but yeah, like I said, it's like I will do a Jack and Coke only because a Pendleton is really freaking expensive.
And what's that?
Another whiskey. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be coming up. I'll be having a good time. I know I'm gonna be going. So yeah. And no, Cracked Brain is not doing a thing. Oh, which speaking of which, so some people may have noticed that the Cracked Brain website is down. Okay, that is on purpose. I've gotten a couple of emails and things like that. So I talked to the team about it, but I did make the executive decision to put the Cracked Brain website down, mainly just because outside of the podcast, we weren't really doing much with it. I mean, it was still getting some traffic, but since we weren't doing nearly as much as the stuff that we were doing pre-pandemic, honestly, it's a lot of money to go and hold a website like that with as much content that we had up there. I was spending lots of money every single month to be able to go and have that up when I really didn't need to. And knowing that most people that listen to the podcasts are listening to them via Spotify and everything like that, which we use Anchor for, and that's a free platform, it kind of just made sense. So I just want to let people know, like, I have no intention of bringing the YouTube channel down. So any of the old video game stuff there, like those are still, you can still find them over on the YouTube channel. Anything else that we do inside the future, odds are will kind of be centered right around there too. If we do start getting up and running, which I do want to let people know, like, again, Cracked Brain isn't really going like in my head, Crack Brain isn't going anywhere. We're just not nearly as active. There's so much going on. Like even for myself personally, it's hard even to get me to be able to have time for an episode.
Well,
So
it's like everyone's just so busy, you know.
yeah,
Like, I can't tell you how often it happens, you know, when Mason, you know, every week Mason's, you know, he's on top of it at least. He's like, "Hey, who wants to record? Who wants to record? Let's do it this week." You know, and that's fine, but you know, how often does it happen that, you know, we can get more than 3 of us,
yeah, and
you
that's
know?
And even 3,
And
honestly.
it's just everyone's just so busy. Like, how long has it been since Ray joined us? I don't think Brandon has been on in forever. You know, it's hard.
yeah. It's like Brandon hasn't been on forever. Ethan hasn't been on forever. You know,
Who's Ethan?
shut up. You know, Carly's got her own things going on, but you know, at the same time, like we're all still here kicking, but it's just that there's so much kind of going on. I will tell you guys, I'll tell you guys right now, like again, I still have all the same dreams for Cracked Brain that I always have, but it's something where it's just time. Like as an introspective into my life personally, I've got 4 jobs, you know, so it's like I'm the assistant manager at an auto parts store. I coach gymnastics. I own a small pest control business, and I also voice act and act. You know, so it's one of those where I hardly ever have time. So
I don't know how you do it. Like, I've only got one job, and I feel like I don't have any time.
yeah, well, I'm a glutton for, I don't know. I would say punishment, but even that doesn't even summarize it. So it's a thing.
Wow, that must be a lot of punishment. Doesn't summarize it.
Yeah, it's a thing. So again, I wanted to go knowing that this is the first episode that we're actually back from that particular decision. I wanted to let people know it's like, again, it's not that we're disbanding or anything like that. It's just that was literally just a financial move. So you're still going to get the podcast when we go and do episodes. We still have everything over on YouTube. It's just the website's down, and it's not even deleted. It's literally just down. I could turn it on right now if I wanted to. So yeah, it's a thing. So yeah.
So with that said, we will see you guys next year.
Yeah, screw you, Mason.
Fuck you, Mason.
All right. Look, I know we're shoddy at getting episodes done. All right. I'll take responsibility for half of them, and then the other half we'll see. Yeah. So
The other half, you know, like I was saying, everyone's busy. Just call it scheduling conflicts.
Look, let's call it for what it is. Mason is unavailable. Right.
What?
I've now realized this.
It's not me.
If Mason is unavailable, no, it's not you. But I'll say this, Mason: if you're not the one sitting there every week going, "Hey, so are we going to record?" Almost none of us. It's just sort of like, Mason didn't say anything, so I guess we're not doing an episode.
Why am I the one with the responsibility?
You're not supposed to, but that's what's happened.
I disappeared for 2 weeks, and everyone just is like, "Oh, well, I'm already buried in my coffin. I guess I'll just stay here."
Mason, you are the heart of Cracked Brain. You don't even know, man.
No.
Like, if you don't tell us what to do, we don't do it.
That can't be true.
That is absolutely true. Mason, okay.
So Mason, we could say, you know, Crack Brain is an organization, but without you, it's a disorganization.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm almost afraid to say this particular thing, but I will. If I didn't bring on Mason, and history still went on the way that it did, there's no guarantee that the podcast would still be surviving right now. So, yeah,
Yo.
like you say no, I know the facts. All right, let's put it this way, Mason. I talked about like last week. I talked about like, hey, maybe we'll go and we'll play games in the off time, and everyone was like, okay, yeah. As soon as you went, hey, maybe, all of a sudden people started talking about it. I'm like, well, fuck me. All right. The founder says like, maybe let's do this, and everyone kind of like swishes their feet. You said, yeah, let's do it, and everyone jumps on. Oh, so
The
yeah.
secret is strawberry lemonade.
I don't think that is the secret.
But here's the thing: knowing that he said it, like it could be the secret, and we're just discrediting it.
Shit, maybe. I don't fucking know anymore. My whole life is a lie.
No, your whole life is regular lemonade.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure. I'm just
And strawberry Pop-Tarts.
Don't. All right.
Mason knows what's up.
All right. I've got a revelation. Cherry anything tastes like Robitussin.
There you go. Told ya.
I thought
You're never gonna not taste it now.
I had a cherry Coke over the weekend and was just like, I love cherry Coke. I love cherry Pepsi. It's awesome. I had a drink over in an airport and went like, God damn it. I hate every single person right now. Like it was instant. Okay. So I'm gonna talk about this real quick, and it bleeds into another story about air travel, but I might just keep it to this one. I really think that now, like I will exclusively say my bad mood flying home from doggone DC is specifically Tyler's fault. All right. Because it's like Tyler and
just
Brandon,
out here ruining lives. It's what I do.
if you guys had never said this, I never would have put this together, and now I can enjoy nothing cherry flavored. All right. Every single time, like I'm not joking. I was like, I'm stuck over in, let's see, which airport was that? That was, oh God, that was Newark Airport. I'm in Newark Airport waiting for my goddamn flight because it was only supposed to be like an hour wait, turned into a 3.5 hour wait. So I decided to go over to their Five Guys to go and grab some food. And all of a sudden I had a cherry Coke. No, that wasn't Newark Airport. That was DC Airport. Anyway, went over to Five Guys, got some food, got a cherry Coke while I was there because I'm like, why not? Started eating the burger, was completely good. Had a couple of fries, was loving life. I'm watching planes. I'm having a great time right there. All of a sudden, I open the cherry Pepsi. I take one drink. I wanted to yeet that goddamn bottle at the window right in front of me. Like it was straight, like it wasn't a like, oh, okay, a subtle like me. It was literally like a mother. All right. It was
you wanted to eat it all the way back to Utah.
The hatred that sprung forth from my soul. All right. My inner being at tasting that and recognizing the Robitussin taste. All right. It tastes like they got a Coke or a Pepsi and just went, you know what? Let's fuck with people. Robitussin. And just put it inside. And that's the cherry flavor. That's it. What is wrong with people? Like, is it the fact that the Robitussin game is so strong that they've gone and strong armed everyone to sit there going, you ain't tasting like cherries, you're tasting like us? Or is the fact that all cherry places are playing a goddamn prank on all of us and sitting there going like, maybe if we put the taste of Robitussin and everything, people won't bitch about Robitussin, but we all still bitch about Robitussin. Like, straight up, what's going on?
They just want everyone to be healthier. That's all.
Fuck you, Mason. All right. It's not right. All right. Like I've now tasted some other things. Like I'm as much as we just did the Pop-Tart debate, I might have to do cherry flavor debate. All right. And I'll run the goddamn gamut. All right. I'll go get cherry undies.
What
and I'll
tastes the
snack
most
on
like
those.
Robitussin?
No, what actually tastes like cherry? Cherry or Robitussin. That's the taste test. All right. I'm gonna sit there with some cherries. I'll get some dark cherries, some maraschino cherries. I don't care. I'll get cherries up the wazoo. But I'm gonna sit there with a row of things that are supposed to taste like cherry, and I'm gonna figure out which one tastes like cherries and which ones are strong armed by the goddamn Robitussin game. All right, like Robitussin, like this is a conspiracy. Robitussin is in every goddamn thing that's cherry flavor right now, and I think they're sitting there trying to take over the world. All right, I think they're trying to go and make every single person real goddamn pissed off every single time they drink something. That's the reason why cherry Pepsi, all right, is one of the goddamn worst cherry Pepsis, and it's one of the reasons why doggone cherry Coke is one of the worst doggone cherry Cokes around. It's one of those where like vanilla cream is the goddamn best. All right, his Robitussin is in the game. All right, I'm fucking.
So what happens if Google makes an ad for cherry flavored Coke?
I'll be pissed off. I'll be pissed off as all goddamn hell. All right, like I ain't joking. I'm doing the taste test. That it might not be next episode, but I'm getting a goddamn taste test. All right, we're doing cherry everything. All right, I'll find cherry flavored crickets. I don't give a damn. It tastes like Robitussin. I'm fucking.
Can we please do a skit where it's like a Terminator parody, but Skynet is Robitussin?
Goddamn, taking over the world. T1000's a big old Robitussin bottle. Just sitting there. No smiling.
They're just regular Terminators, but instead of guns, it's just like super soakers, and they're just like spraying everyone with Robitussin.
It's the baby plunger, all right. God damn it. Just
and of course they have to have like the red stripe.
It's not come with me if you want to live, taste this and fucking die.
And Stephan, of course, will be Arnold Schwarzenegger in this version.
I'll be the doggone John Connor trying to save people.
All right, Tyler, you're an Arnold Schwarzenegger. And if we do this,
Sarah Connor, thank you very much.
I'm with it.
If we do a second one, Brandon gets to be the Liquid Terminator.
I see. I'm so into this just because I want to see Brandon, no face, just booking it down a road, like no smile. I just want to see that him huffing it. Just. Oh god damn!
Can every single weapon just have like a little cherry on it? Like every gun just has like a little blade, like arm blade has like a little cherry.
I'm fine with it.
That's the sight. You know, it's right up the end of the gun. It's just got like a little cherry in the stem. Is where they used to aim.
It's the iron sight. Oh god!
Even that scene with the golf clubs, like the golf clubs have like little cherries on them.
I am with this. All right. God damn it. We might have a thing over here, but first we got to go and do the taste test. Again, I'm doing this. I'm so goddamn pissed off. I hate y'all for ruining cherries for me. If I have a goddamn cherry sundae and I taste Robitussin, I'm destroying the entire world. All right. I give up on humanity. Everybody needs to die. All right, because that means they got to the soil. All right, if Robitussin is
Look,
injecting,
I had to deal with it. So do you. Okay.
Wait, what are the odds that there's cherries in Robitussin?
Mace, have you
No,
had a
it's
cherry?
just
It doesn't
Yeah,
taste like
cherry
Robitussin.
flavoring.
If I bite into a cherry and I taste Robitussin, I'm gonna tell you right now, someone's gonna die. All right, I'll take out an entire store. I don't give a damn. All right, especially if I'm over here in Delta.
Be right
Ooh.
back. I'm gonna send you some Robitussin soaked cherries.
You fuck you.
Or some cherry soaked Robitussin.
You
You like you squeeze like the juice in it, like a jelly flavored donut or jelly filled donut, but it's cherries and Robitussin.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but it kind of, I can't. What you said confused the hell out of me. Like, I don't know.
Or take some Robitussin and just put cherry pits in it.
You
in like the bottle.
you ain't right. You ain't right.
I don't understand your thought process, Mason.
You ain't right. But like again, I'm gonna try this out. We're gonna try this and I'm gonna see how bad I can hate life. All right.
But are you gonna have a bottle of Robitussin there? You know, for the side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to have a one-to-one comparison. So like what I have to do is it's almost like you have to taste everything and then taste Robitussin, because if you take Robitussin first, you fucked up your entire day. All right, that's all you're gonna taste. You could you could have jambalaya afterwards. You have Robitussin right before that. Robitussin jambalaya. All right,
maybe take Robitussin 2 days before.
That sounds awful.
It does. It does.
Earlier when you said you had a revelation, like right before you said that everything tastes like Robitussin, I thought the revelation was going to be that people who like strawberry Pop-Tarts also like Sweet Caroline.
There's a correlation there, Mason. Might be, except for me, because I hate that goddamn song. But I love cherry Pop-Tarts.
Strawberry.
No, here's where I know I can confirm it. If I have a regular Coke and then put some Robitussin in there and it tastes the same as a cherry Coke, then I know I've cracked the code. All right, I know that Robitussin is in bed with the Coke people and the Pepsi people, and
then you'll know it's a conspiracy.
It's a goddamn conspiracy.
You better be careful.
That's the name of this episode. This episode is the Robitussin conspiracy.
Stephan, you better be careful. You might have some cherry-suited guys at your door.
I swear to God, someone shows up in a red suit, showing up over at my goddamn apartment, like cherry red glasses, red suit, showing up like, sir, you need to come with me. I'm taking this. I don't give a damn. I'll tell the world. All right, y'all ain't taking me alive. I'll be loud as hell. All right, be the blackest y'all ever heard me be. And with that, that is no. Shut the fuck up, Mason.
We just get a text from Stephan that just says Robitussin, and we never hear from him again.
It's just gonna be a picture of the guy's shoes, just bright red, cherry colored shoes.
Cherry colored shoes.
We'll know what happened.
Look, the only text it'll say in there is confirmed.
With green shoelaces.
Oh, god damn it. God damn. Well, with that is our time, y'all. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode, the Robitussin Conspiracy. Join us next week when we sit there and try to go and take down the Diamond Tap conglomerate, and we start going from there. All right. we're just gonna start making
just be prepared, Mason.
Look, all right. If we start doing cherry, just realize that purple is right next. All right. And again, I didn't say grape. I said purple. All right. Oh God. With that, y'all, thank you very much, and we will see y'all later.
Goodbye, friends.